All right, guys, about last night. Um, First and foremost, I want to congratulate all the fighters that competed and that gave their best. Victory MMA had a pretty interesting night, to say the least. There's a couple things I want to point out, and I'm going to get right to it. Y'all already know what I'm going to talk about, right? Because obviously I got some things I'm really happy about, but some things that's really, just annoys me. You know what I'm saying? As a former fighter, as a coach, as just a man with integrity, I have to address this issue. All right, so last night, my boy Dylan King was the main event fighting Gino for his second professional fight, okay? The fight kind of happened the way we expected. We figured that Gino was going to try to wrestle Dylan, and Dylan had to be prepared to either fight off his back or get off his back. So Gino did exactly what we thought he was going to do. So he got a takedown, and he's on top. Dylan working from guard. He's listening, boxing the ears the way I told him to do, and he slaps up a nice, beautiful, technical armbar. Okay, Gino did his best to fight it. They kind of rolled a little bit, and then Gino got to a point that like Dylan's about to really extend his hip, and now you have to make a decision: either get your arm broken or tap. So he made the right decision and screamed, not tap, not physically, because his hands were kind of intertwined. So he screamed out tap. And that's when shit went bad. The ref was on the other side. Gino was actually facing me. I could visualize his face tapping, screaming for tap. My other coach, one of the judges, someone else that worked for the commission, we all saw it that was lined up right next to me, okay? I got up, thought the fight was done. I'm about to run in the cage, celebrate. We had a great night, went 3-1. Great night. But then Gino pops up and start punching, and the referee was like, continue to fight. He didn't see the tap. Now, there's a couple ways you could argue this. You could say, Dylan should not have released the armbar until the ref told him to. Now, see, that doesn't work when it comes to a submission, especially like an armbar. Because split second, I could break your arm, damage tendon, split second. This ain't like a choke when you can kind of go out and when you come back through and you're okay. Okay? It's not even like, it's even worse than maybe just you getting a couple punches in before the ref stops it. Okay? When someone taps out, that's a cry for mercy. And Dylan was merciful. And he released the tap, or released the submission. For Gino to get up and start fighting again, it blows my mind. I'm gonna go deeper into the story. These are things y'all may not know. Okay, obviously afterwards, Dylan got up, he was deflated, his mind was all messed up. Gino was able to get a takedown and took his back and got the rear naked choke, and he actually won the fight. But I'm gonna give out some more details. Since all the commission saw it, not only that the fight is going to be overturned, there's a good percentage chance that it could be overturned, not just to a no contest, but to a win. Now I gotta ask Gino, how does that make you feel? Okay. Afterwards, I know he felt a little bit, remorseful. So he stepped to Dylan and was like, "Hey man, you really have my arm." He admitted after the fight. And then he went to go get his arm treated because his arm was a little bit jacked up. And listen, I get it. In the midst of a fight, everything is happening. Your whole job is to win. You can keep fighting until the rep tell you. So I get all those things. But it has to come to a point where integrity steps in and you say, hey, you got me. It just has to. Because if that's the way the game is going to start playing, then people faking tap, act like they tap, but didn't tap, but like when we start playing this game, it's like it's going to mess up the sport that we love. You get caught, you tap, and you honor that. If you don't want to tap out, don't say tap. Don't motion your hand to tap, and just take the choke, take the arm bar. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, or don't even put yourself in that position. Try that. Okay, but if you tap, you gotta honor that. So even though he may feel remorseful, he may feel bad, That still took away from the hard work that Dylan put in. Okay, at this time being, Dylan is walking around with an L. At this time being, Dylan could not celebrate. At this time being, like the stress that we have to go through just because you didn't have integrity. Now, what also hurt was the one of his coaches picking him up, celebrating. Yo, man, like, I know that team. I train with that team. I respect that team. I spent years on the mat, years in the cage with that team. And to celebrate knowing that your fighter did what he did, I just don't think that's right, man. Straight up and down the road. I understand you can protect your fighter, you're gonna support him, ride or die, but it has to come to the point where you be like, either me personally, I would just shut up and let it play out, or I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, yo, I had one of my guys fight, and the judges gave the decision to my guy, and I walked up to the other corner to the other coach and said to him, I ain't gonna lie, I thought you won that fight. I know the judges say other words, and we're gonna take that W, but hold your head up, man. I really thought you won that fight. That's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? So to go in the cage and celebrate and then get mad at me because I'm mad? Like, imagine this, homie. What if that was you? Or what if that was one of your fighters? How would you react? Would you be calm, cool, collected? Or would you be ready to flip this whole cage over? I would beg you would go with the latter. So, man, I feel for Dylan, but I'm just gonna let him know we're gonna get this right. We can do the right things. We can put in the paperwork. The commission's behind us. Sparta is 100% behind us. And we're gonna make sure you get that W on your record. So, Gino, enjoy the W for the couple days, a week that you have it. But just know it's not gonna last. The best case for you is gonna be a no contest, okay? But you're not walking away with a W. You did not beat Dylan King. Sorry, you got submitted, you tapped out, you took a L. Learn some armbar defense. Okay, that was the drama part. Here's a good part. You know, I gotta give. And let me give a quick shout out to also Dylan for being a gentleman about it. He's better than I. You know what I'm saying? I'm emotional. I'm dramatic. I go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my guys too much to be quiet, to be calm. No, we work too hard for this. So much love to Dylan. He was the calm one. I was ready to flip out. I was ready to wild out. But you know, we're gonna get this one back. And even to some of the other coaches on the other team that came up to me on the side and talked to me, I respect you, man. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Even some of the other fighters from his team that came up and talked to me. I love you. Even the crowd and the people that supported, that saw what happened, I love you guys, because this ain't about me. This ain't even about Dylan. This is about the sport. It's about doing what's right, okay? Because, like, if we play this lawlessness, that is just going to trickle down to, like, a bunch of bullshit. I mean, like, we don't want that in our sport. All right. Let's go over something positive. You know, obviously most people know that my son fought, and he won. Like, it's amazing to see how far my son has came. And I'm not gonna put too much into it. It was his first fight, so we have a long road to go. There's a lot of things he needs to work on, and a lot of things we're gonna keep drilling. Who knows where he goes from here, but to win in 15 seconds, man, you gotta give respect to that, you know what I'm saying? And even his opponent, like I said, I hate seeing people, you know, get in the cage and lose like that. You know, it's going to be a loser. And, you know, no offense, I'd rather you than me. But, you know, much love to Luis. You know, we appreciate you taking the fight and being honorable, even in that loss, man. Like I told you, face to face. Don't let this define you. Come back. As far as my son goes, man, I just think he got so much talent. He's only 18. He just turned 18. He got so much experience in combat. I mean, he could go wherever he wants to go with it. So we're gonna see how things play out. I also want to give a shout out to Aaron. Like, man, what a warrior. Yo, let's be for real, okay? You got dropped twice in the first round. One of them, more of a slip, but doesn't matter. They count it as a drop. And then you come back and win the next 2 rounds. Yo, against a younger, taller, bigger guy with 2 capable legs Aaron, you are a G, and I love you. Yeah, you showed that hard. You know what I'm saying? Coming off, picking yourself off the canvas is not an easy thing to do. And to come back and grind and beat that little tank, that freaking pit bull that's throwing punches all day long. Nothing but love and respect, bro. Nothing but love and respect. And my man Dan, okay, the last one that fought. You know, Dan is a funny dude, man. I loved it. See, people don't understand what happened with Dan. His training camp was bonkers, right? He cut himself because he's a chef. He mistakenly cut himself. He had COVID at the beginning of the training camp, so I had to like work around that. And then he was doing some sous chef training with his job, which he was missing some training sessions. But he came in early sometimes, stayed a little bit late sometimes. And to go out there and grind against a guy that was like 5-2 or 6-2, like and beat him. Yeah, the first 2 rounds he was a monster. Last round we got a little iffy, but we pulled out that win. Dan, 5-0 now. Congratulations. Thank you for representing the team. Thank you for showing your heart. Thank you for not quitting. We appreciate that work, guys. That's all I have, man. I just had to make a quick post because a lot of people keep asking me what happened or what's the controversy. Some people wasn't able to see it. Also, I want to make one more thing known. People that was trying to watch my son fight, which was one of the earlier, which was the first fight of the night, it was having problems with the link. I talked with Jeff and Sparta and Becker. They said if you have any issues, if you had an issue with it, because they was able to fix some of the bugs by the second or third fight. So if you was trying to watch the first fight or the second fight, you're like, damn, that sucked because you didn't get a chance to watch it. But they said what they can do is the next card, they could give you a free link and you can watch the next fight, which we will also have some guys on that you can watch that for free. So contact me if you're one of the people that had issues with your link, and we'll try to make sure that you get the free link to watch it, to watch the next card. And also thanks Sparta for putting on another great show, having integrity, being professional. The Wyoming commission, once again, like most commissions would be like, we could overturn a fight to no contest, but it's hard to overturn a fight to a W. But they're like, they're gonna review it. They already know they're gonna overturn it to a no contest, but they're gonna see how egregious it was if you can go to a W. So, you know, but I like the fact that Wyoming commission, Nick particularly, is even willing to have that discussion with us. So thank you guys. Always nothing but love, nothing but respect. And I love you guys.